In this video, we are going to talk about the 2022's best bad credit cards with $10,000 balance limits. If you or someone you know is having trouble getting their credit score up or is simply a beginner at using credit cards who wants to know where to start, then you've come to the right place. By the end of this video, you'll have learned about some of the best bad credit cards that they can use even with a medium to low credit score. Welcome back, Money Masters. It's another Finance Friday, where we are flipping the switch on credit and debt to shed some healthy light on how you can safely use other people's money to achieve your dreams. As we mentioned earlier, today we are going to be talking about 2022's best bad credit cards with $10,000 balance limits, which will help you learn about some of the best bad credit cards that they can use even with a medium to low credit score. But before we dive in, I just want to let you know that on Saturday, we will be sharing our top insights from one of our favorite books, Who Moved My Cheese by Spencer Johnson. So, if you don't want to risk missing out on that episode, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so that you can be notified of our next amazing video. Okay, with all that said, if you're like us and are totally committed to obtaining financial independence, then go ahead and tap that like button and let's get into it. Card number 1. X1 Credit Card. The first credit card that we want to recommend to you guys today is the X1 Credit Card. Now, the X1 Credit Card is one of the cards that we'll be discussing with you in this video. The card was launched only in October of last year. So, what makes this newly announced card good enough for us to recommend this to you in our video? Well, there are quite a few. What is arguably the biggest draw for this card is that approval for this card isn't based on your credit score. Instead, the X1 card uses the API or Application Programming Interface of the financial data connection service named Plaid. X1 uses Plaid to connect to your bank account and collect data on your income patterns. Then, it uses that data to generate projections of your income, which becomes the basis for your approval instead of your credit score. Users shared that the application for the card does require a soft pull of your credit history, but a more in-depth, hard inquiry into your credit history is only performed after you're approved, so that shouldn't affect your credit score all that much. The next benefit to the X1 card is the large credit line it provides. Its lines were revealed in some interviews with X1 to be as much as 5 times larger than the lines given to users by traditional issuers. The average credit limit was reportedly around $24,000. This is a good thing because a higher credit limit allows you to spend more using your credit card without that amount negatively affecting your credit score because of your credit utilization. A balance of $6,000 on a card with a $10,000 credit limit is going to have a dangerous 60% credit utilization, whereas the same amount under a $24,000 limit will lead to a credit utilization of 25%, which doesn't look as bad on your credit reports and even better for your credit score. The X1 also offers one of the widest combinations of insurance and other protections. It covers eligible purchases from damage or theft for 90 days, which will reimburse you up to $1,000 for unaffected purchases to a maximum of $10,000 per card holder. X1 also adds another year to applicable warranties on items you buy and will also provide cell phone protection if you pay your mobile phone bill with your X1 card. Your phone is covered for damage and theft in the following month, though this comes with a $50 deductible. X1 also offers trip interruption and cancellation insurance, as well as an auto rental collision damage waiver. Lastly, the X1 card doesn't have any annual fees, which is another credit to it, but does have a variable interest rate that depends on their income projections. Card number 2. Tomo Credit Card. Our next card is the Tomo Credit Card. With no annual fees and no interest rates, the Tomo Credit Card boasts a credit limit that can reach from $100 to as high as $10,000. One of the big advantages of this card is that there is no credit history required, meaning that your credit score won't be affected negatively if you apply for this card. There also isn't any deposit required to maintain this credit card, so that, along with the lack of any annual fees, makes this a great credit card for beginners. Some users also reported that they were able to increase their credit limit within a month if they made sure that their payments were made on time. The Tomo card also provides some forms of protection, mainly $1,000 cell phone protection for stolen or damaged phones, access to MasterCard ID theft specialists who are available to call 24/7 with suspicious activity alerts, and zero liability for any unauthorized purchases. Now, you'll want to make sure that any balance on this credit card should be paid within 28 days. Tomo will deduct 25% of that balance every week automatically from you as payment if you don't manage to pay them back. Card number 3. Chase Freedom Unlimited Credit Card. Chase Freedom Unlimited is another one of our recommended credit cards with zero annual fees. The card also offers credit limits that can go as far as and even higher than $10,000. However, the biggest advantage you get with this credit card are the attractive cashback rewards that will last forever as long as your card is still active. After your first year of activity, or after a total of $20,000 have been spent, you'll receive various degrees of cashback on different types of purchases. You get a 5% cashback on Chase travel purchased through Chase Rewards, 3% cashback on drugstore purchases and dining in at restaurants or deliveries with eligible services, and an unlimited 1.5% cashback on all other purchases. The initial sign-up bonus comes with an additional 1.5% cashback on all purchases until your first year of being signed up ends or until $20,000 were spent. Cardholders also enjoy a 0% interest rate for 15 months before reverting to a variable interest rate. Card number 4. Capital One Quicksilver One Cash Rewards Credit Card. The Capital One Quicksilver One credit card does unfortunately have an annual fee of $39, and it also doesn't have any welcome bonuses. However, the Quicksilver One credit card does make up for it with its rewards program and access to higher credit limits after making your first 5 monthly payments on time. The Quicksilver One credit card offers an unlimited 1.5% cashback on every purchase. Capital One also allows cardholders to redeem their cashback rewards at any time and for any amount, and also does not charge any fees for purchases made outside the US. Another one of the major advantages of this card is that potential applicants don't require exceptionally good or excellent credit scores to qualify for this card. People with average, fair, or limited credit scores are welcome to apply and have a fair chance of being approved for this card. This makes it a great credit card for people who are still starting when it comes to using credit cards, and is also perfect for people with credit scores that aren't that great but want to have the chance to improve that. It is also a good card to jump off of when you're ready to try upgrading to other cards on this list or other offerings by Capital One. Quicksilver One cardholders can also enjoy a 0% intro APR for the first 15 months before reverting to a variable interest rate averaging around 26.99%. Card number 5. Platinum Secured MasterCard. Our fifth and final card is the Platinum Secured MasterCard. Now, secured credit cards are often good candidates for credit cards that can be used to build or rebuild your crest. These often require deposits as a line of credit, which usually sits at around $200 or so. The kicker behind this credit card in particular is that it requires a $500 initial deposit, but also offers very high credit limits, going as high as $25,000. For anyone just beginning their credit journey or working to rebuild their credit, secured credit cards can help you get on track. Secured cards require that you make a deposit, usually around $200, which becomes your line of credit. So it's rare that secured cards have high limits. But if you do have the cash to put down a substantial deposit, the Platinum Secured MasterCard from First Tech Federal Credit Union offers credit limits with the upper bracket of these limits going as high as $25,000 the more money you put in. You can also earn rewards from this card as you earn 1 point for every dollar spent on purchases with this card, and the card itself has relatively low interest rates ranging from 9.75% to 18% and also pose no annual fee. If you have the money for that higher than average minimum deposit, you can spring for this secured credit card and start building your credit today. So that's all we have for you on the best credit building and rebuilding credit cards in this video. We hope you learned some very helpful insights from what we've shared with you today. Please don't forget to leave a like on our video if it was able to help inform and positively influence your financial decisions and lifestyle. And leave a comment down below about how you feel like this video will help you boost your overall income. Also, if you love our content, subscribe for more Money Masters content and updates, and so that you don't miss out on our next episode of Saturday Storytime, where we will be discussing Who Moved My Cheese by Spencer Johnson. Also, we'd like you to consider sharing this video with at least one friend. It would mean the world to us if you would join us in our mission of helping good people like you keep more of what they earn and earn more from what you keep. That'll be all from us in this video, Money Masters. We'll see you in the next video.